You will never be rich, not like this. Millions of people live down there. Most of them are broke, not because of bad luck, because of one belief, a belief about money. The wealthy think differently. They always have, for over 2,000 years. Tonight you learn their secret. Most people never question their money habits. They spend, they stress, they repeat. They call it normal. The Stoics called it a trap. There is a different way. The rich discovered it centuries ago. It is not about earning more. It is about thinking differently. Marcus Aurelius wrote about this. Every single night. In this video you will learn 6 things. 6 ideas that change everything. How the wealthy actually think about money. Not what schools ever taught you. Stay until the end. This is where it begins. Right now, your thinking is about to shift. 2,000 years of wisdom waiting for you. Section 1. The Stoic separation, wealth versus money. The Stoics made a distinction most people never make. They separated money from wealth completely. Money is the number in your account. Wealth is the freedom to live entirely on your own terms. Seneca warned that a man who owns everything but controls nothing is not wealthy at all. You can earn 10,000 a month and still feel trapped. The number alone is not the answer. The Stoics believed true wealth was internal. It came from needing less, not from having more. Most people grip money out of fear. The wealthy hold it with intention and calm purpose. When your time is yours, you are wealthy. When your time belongs to others, you are not. That single question separates spending from intention. The wealthy ask it before every decision. The Stoics lived simply not because they were poor. Clarity was worth more than comfort to them. You think the goal is more money. The Stoic goal was always more clarity. Organization is not boring. Organization is control. Control is the beginning of real wealth. One is consuming, one is building. The difference in their accounts in 10 years will be enormous. The word enough is one of the most powerful words in personal finance. Few people ever define it. Until you define enough, you will always chase more. The race with no finish line destroys wealth. Every financial decision you make ripples forward. The Stoics understood this. Most people today do not. Section 2. The Stoic rule, control what you can. The Stoics built everything on one idea. Focus only on what you can control. Everything else is noise. You cannot control the market. You cannot control inflation. But you can control your spending today. Most people let external things, status, prices, trends, make their financial decisions for them. Epictetus said anxiety comes from trying to control what was never yours to control in the first place. When you stop fighting the uncontrollable, your energy goes toward what actually builds real wealth. Neighbors with similar incomes often end up with wildly different net worths. Decisions explain everything. You control your savings rate. That is one of the most powerful levers in your entire financial life. Small, controllable decisions compound over time. Tiny choices build massive outcomes over decades. The Stoic financial player is not the most aggressive. They are the most consistent and least reactive. The wealthy do not react to every financial headline. They move slowly and deliberately toward their target. This is not about denying yourself. It is about directing your resources toward what you actually value. Reacting destroys wealth. Responding builds it. Releasing the rest is where real peace of mind comes from. Marcus Aurelius wrote this as the Emperor of Rome. He had every reason to feel ruled by the world. He chose focus instead. You have the same choice available. Most people never realize this option exists. Clarity about what matters most is not a luxury. It is the foundation of every financial decision you make. Section 3. The Stoic practice, voluntary discomfort. Seneca practiced something radical. He voluntarily lived in discomfort for days to prove he did not need comfort. The practice was called voluntary discomfort. It is one of the most powerful wealth-building habits that exists. When you choose discomfort on purpose, you prove to yourself that comfort is never required for function. The wealthy regularly audit their comfort. They delete expenses that only exist to maintain a feeling of status. Discomfort is not poverty, it is discipline. And discipline is the only reliable path to real financial freedom. Try sleeping on a basic mattress for 1 week. Eating simple food, wearing simple clothes, nothing breaks. The no-spend week is one exercise the wealthy return to regularly. It resets your relationship with money. Writing that sentence is more powerful than any budgeting app. It is a declaration of internal control. The Stoics believed fear of loss was the real financial enemy. Voluntary discomfort neutralizes that fear completely. Challenge yourself, leave the wallet, walk through the world with nothing to spend. Notice what changes in you. That moment of walking away is not deprivation. It is proof of your own power over desire and impulse. Every dollar you choose not to spend impulsively is a vote for your future self and future freedom. The Stoics built wealth not by earning more but by needing less. That shift is available to you right now. This week, try the voluntary discomfort practice. 1 week. The results will surprise you more than you expect. The question sounds old, but the answer is more relevant to your bank account today than ever before. Section 4. The Stoic investment, time over things. The wealthiest people you will ever meet share one unusual trait. They guard their time more aggressively than their money. Money can be earned again. Time cannot. The Stoics understood this distinction 2,000 years before modern productivity culture. Every hour you spend generating income on autopilot is an hour you could use to build something that outlasts your effort. Marcus Aurelius wrote that you should not waste what remains of life thinking about other people. Focus on your own path. Reading one financial book per month compounds your thinking the way interest compounds your money over time. The Stoics kept a daily review practice. At night they asked, "What did I learn? What did I earn? What did I waste?" Your ability to protect blocks of deep, focused time is one of the most undervalued financial skills in the modern economy. If you do not schedule the time to build wealth, the world will fill that time with consumption instead. The wealthy are not always busier. Often they are quieter, more selective, more intentional about where their hours disappear. Every day you choose distraction over direction is a day that cannot be reclaimed. The Stoics never forgot this truth. Your time invested in learning how wealth works will return to you far more than time spent worrying about what you lack. Once you begin treating time as your primary resource, every financial decision you make becomes cleaner and more powerful. Section 5. The Stoic mindset shift, enough is a decision. Here is the insight that changes everything. Enough is not a number that arrives someday. It is a decision you make today. The wealthiest people in ancient Rome had access to unlimited indulgence. The Stoics among them chose restraint voluntarily. The moment you define your own enough, the marketing world loses its power over you. That power belongs to you now. Every paycheck is a question the wealthy answer differently. Not how do I reward myself, but how do I direct this resource? Writing your enough list is one of the most powerful financial exercises that exists. Few people have ever done it intentionally. Epictetus was born a slave and became the most respected philosopher of his time. He owned almost nothing. He was completely free. The moment you stop measuring wealth by comparison to others, you gain something no money can purchase: genuine peace. The Stoics were not anti-money. They were anti-slavery to money. That distinction is everything in how you build wealth. Financial freedom is not a number in an account. It is waking up every morning with no financial fear controlling your choices. The Stoics had a word for this: autarkeia, self-sufficiency, the state of needing nothing beyond what you have chosen to need. The shift from chasing more to protecting enough does not feel like loss. It feels like the first real breath you have taken in years. Enough to begin is all you have ever needed. The Stoics knew this. Now you know it too. The rest is execution. Section 6. Practical application, what to do tonight. Tonight, open a notebook. Write 3 numbers: what you earn, what you spend, what you keep. That is your starting point. Next, write your enough number, not your dream number. The amount that would allow you to feel genuinely free. Cancel one comfort expense tonight. Not the ones you love, the ones you forgot you were paying. The ones that own you. Open a savings account with a different bank if you need distance from temptation. Name it. Give it a purpose. Write the words voluntary discomfort on a page. Remove one comfort for 7 days. Notice what the absence reveals about you. Read 5 pages of meditations before you sleep. Not for philosophy, for the voice it puts in your head each morning. Put that question somewhere visible before every purchase. The Stoics used questions as their most powerful financial filter. These are not big actions, but small repeated decisions are the only source of any lasting change in your financial life. You came into this video as one kind of thinker. You are leaving as another. You started this video in that city, surrounded by people who will spend their lives chasing a number they never defined. The watch is still beautiful, but now you see it differently. An object, not a destination, not a measure of your worth. 2,000 years ago, a man who ruled the known world chose restraint over indulgence every single night before he slept. He did not do it because he had to. He did it because he understood something about himself that most people never learn. The same power is available to you, not someday, not after the next raise, right now in the decisions you make tonight. The rational wealthy is not about becoming someone else. It is about thinking clearly enough to become who you intended to be. If this video showed you one new way to think about money, share it with someone who needs it tonight. Subscribe to The Rational Wealthy for daily content that helps you think clearly and build lasting wealth on your own terms. You have everything you need to begin. The only question the Stoics ever asked was whether you would choose to use it. Think clearly, build wealth. The Rational Wealthy.